day I'll show this new app I made. It's a dependency visualizer for the Rust programming language. It is available on my website and it's also available on GitLab. I don't really work with cloud Git providers, but it's here. It's written in Python and it's very slow because my internet connection is slow and the server is slow, and also Dash and Python is slow, and so it will not be very good for a demonstration. So let's build and run it locally. In the just file there is build and run recipes for the container, and so let's execute them. There, now we have our container and it's running. Now we can go to the localhost 8000 and we will see the app. Okay, so essentially what we need to do is we need to put Cargo.lock contents in this text field, and this text field is optional. It's for Cargo.toml, but it's not going to work for complicated projects because it literally just reads the dependencies from Cargo.toml and highlights them on the graph. So it's not necessary, but it also doesn't work on most projects because they have many Cargo.toml files. So let's start small. I will load Cargo.lock and Cargo.toml for my CLI app. We select both files. We can select one file, but I'll select both. And I click open and they load into these text fields. So you should read these like help messages if you want to use this app. They explain everything. But essentially what we can do is look at the parsed file contents. So here's the dependencies for Cargo.toml and all the Cargo.lock packages. Let's close this. It's not very interesting. And click on the generate. There we have our graph. In red are highlighted the immediate dependencies of our project from Cargo.toml, and the whole graph is calculated from Cargo.lock. But it's not just a pretty picture, you can actually interact with it. You can click on some package and it will highlight all of its dependencies and dependents. So how to read this graph? So if you look at one package, to the right are all the dependencies of it, and to the left are all the dependents. So we can click a selected node and it will deselect it, or we can use the deselect button here. Now what's also interesting is the subgraph down and subgraph up features. Subgraph down highlights all the dependencies of dependencies also, and subgraph up highlights all the dependents of dependents. So if we use both features at the same time, it will also highlight all the links between dependents and dependencies, because it was easier to do it this way. So I don't know how useful this app actually is. It's just very interesting to see what the graph looks like. You can also zoom in, you can pan, you can explore. Also on the bottom there is copyable information about the highlighted package. And now let's look at some other project like Bevy. So I'll just select the Cargo.lock because there is only one for the project, and I will clear Cargo.toml of the CLI app because, well, Bevy has million packages, million Cargo.tomls, so it's not gonna highlight anything anyways. So now let's generate the graph for Bevy. It will take some time. So this is a nightmare, but it still works. Yeah, whatever. That's it. That's the app. Go check out the code. Go try it out. Well, in code you can look for the home page. All the logic is in here. So yeah, bye.